everybody. Welcome back to the Chuck and Lisa Show. I am Chuck, and my beautiful bride Lisa will be here very shortly. She hasn't mentioned yet the visit, and she'll tell you about what she gets here. I'm doing groovy. I hope you guys are. And we've got my awesome producer and co-star on the right side of politics, Ursh.
Never heard of him.
Sitting right next to me. Well, sitting right next to me online. He's actually several states away.
Never heard of the guy.
Right? Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Must be
we're
a
going to have
loser.
some fun tonight. As usual, we're going to talk about anything but politics, which is always a good plan. We do plenty of that on our show that we do after this. Let's see. Far or too close to the screen, or what am I? Because I got a big face that won't even fit.
Are you echoing? Echoing? Echoing?
Am I?
Okay, I fixed it. It was me.
Okay, good. I should have started doing Crimson Clover. Crimson. Anyway. Why don't you flash where you can find us on the screen, Mr. Durst? You can find us online at these locations.
You want me to flash?
Don't
Chuck.
flash us, please.
Jeez.
We got thrown off of Facebook, off of YouTube once. This show doesn't deserve it, so don't do that.
Chuck wants me to flash. Wow.
No.
Never saw that coming.
Yeah. Hey, guess what happened today in history, Dersh? The Great Fire of Moscow happened in 1493. Did you ever know there was a Great Fire in Moscow?
I did not.
I did not either. It happened right after Columbus landed in America. Weird. In 1821, Jose de San Martin of Peru declares independence from Spain.
Are you cussing?
In 1914, the Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia, starting World War I. It's always Serbia. Serbia, they've been involved in more than one thing. Oh, remember, you've heard about this. I, of course, wasn't born either, but in 1945, a US B-25 bomber accidentally crashed into the 79th floor of the Empire State Building. You've seen pictures of that, haven't you?
Yep.
That was crazy. How do you do that?
Take a wrong turn at Brooklyn.
Yeah. I was going for the Brooklyn Bridge, but I missed. Famous birthdays today. Beatrix Potter was born in 1866. Of course, she's the author of Peter Rabbit. I don't think you talk that way, though. In 1929, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis was born. Of course, she was married to JFK. And gave birth to, John Jr. and Caroline, right?
Right.
In 1943, a really great basketball player and a pretty darn good senator was born, Bill Bradley. He was pretty good in both,
Yep.
1945, I love his cartoons. Jim Davis was born, the cartoonist for Garfield. Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa.
Here.
She brought her own beer.
Well, I didn't have any.
I know. In 1948, Sally Struthers was born.
Hey, Chuck.
Yeah.
Sorry to bug you.
Gloria.
Hey, Lisa. But your microphone sounds really hollow to me. I don't know if it's...
Does it?
Yeah.
What did I do?
Is it too far away?
What's that?
Lisa sounds fine. You sound hollow.
How's that?
No.
It's quite a ways away from you.
You can have the mic.
No, it's all right. I have a louder voice.
Yeah, I think you need to bring it closer to you because Lisa sounds fine.
Shit.
You sound hollow.
No worries. I can't really do that because of where her computer is, but perhaps,
Why can't you take it and put it on you?
Perhaps I can.
Do you have it set to the 360 or the direct? Sorry, didn't mean to disturb the show like that.
Ah,
But
it's all good.
It's important.
Gotta do
this
this
is
stuff.
important. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Let's
Sorry
see.
I'm late.
Does that help?
I'll be there in a
let's
second.
see. Recording. There we go.
That's a little better.
No, I'll fix it.
Not a whole lot better, but
Boost the levels. There.
Decent.
How's that?
oh, there we go.
Is that better?
That helped a
I
lot.
can hear the air conditioner, but
I'll turn it down.
Alright.
How's that?
No, that helped
Hear me
a lot. Yes, much
Far
better.
out.
Much better.
We have to adjust things at times. Anyway, Sally Struthers is no longer alive. She died quite a while ago.
nuh-uh,
Didn't she?
nuh-uh, don't kill her.
I thought she died.
I didn't think so.
Let me look. I could be wrong,
Maybe
and I
she
hope I
did, but I
am.
don't think so. Then again, I found out some people are dead that I didn't know today, so
No, she's alive.
Don't
I
kill-
killed her off accidentally.
don't kill her.
Don't kill Sally Struthers.
Don't kill her, Wally.
Oh, and Wally died this week.
Again, twice.
Twice.
He
How
died
many
twice.
people get to say they died twice? Well, the answer to that, I guess, would be Lazarus, would it not?
Maybe. And that woman, I forget her name, but she was on some show and they said she died like 4 times before she really did.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's a good trick.
yeah.
So, as on the screen, you guys can see where we are and how to get a hold of us if you don't already follow us. It's good to see you, Elise. Tell us what you were doing.
So, many centuries ago, I used to work for Domino's Pizza, and one of the people that I used to work with passed away unexpectedly last week, and I had to go to, I chose to go to a celebration of life for him, and it turns out there were a bunch of people that I had not seen in probably 20 years. And so I ended up talking to them and filling them in on my life, and they were filling me in on their life, and so that's why I was late, because people kept talking.
Oh no, people
Because
like
I am the life of
how
freaking party,
how dare they?
and I'm trying to find the.
You'd think Lisa wasn't like this.
I'm trying to find.
She has a lot of friends.
Yeah.
For some
Well, no,
reason,
I was
by
talking to
some-
people
she
that
really does.
Hold on, stop it. I was actually talking to a lot of people that I didn't know, because I felt like I needed to talk to the people that were related to the guy that I had never met.
Right,
So that's
right.
why we were there.
Gotcha.
And on Thursday, I'm logging in now.
Did you log into
Wirecast?
YouTube as well?
I'm trying right now.
Oh, that's very good. No worries.
She's
I'm
there.
getting rid of the echo at this moment.
Okay, I'm trying
She's
right now.
in.
Echo's gone. Cool.
Lisa
So I'm
in the
here.
house.
Sorry, I'm late.
There
and
she is.
we
Show
were,
her smiling face and get mine off
and
the
we were
screen.
actually talking about like Carl Long, because he used to be
Yeah,
a manager at Domino's.
right.
Something
Was he
like
a
that.
manager or driver?
He was a manager at the store in Roxborough, North Carolina.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Yep. Carl Long owns a NASCAR team, by the way.
Well, he
He's
part owns.
Well, he
Yeah.
part owns, but he's in 2 different series, I believe.
He's
Next
very
to the
underfunded.
Very.
Yeah. He's been in NASCAR for a long,
He's one of the guys
long
that
time.
struggles and finished 30-something.
But he used to be a manager for Domino's while he was racing his car at Orange Speedway back in the day.
Yeah.
And I just remember him from Domino's.
That's cool. Hello, Daryl. There's her pretty face. Hello.
Oh, well.
I see you now.
So they were all fascinated that I had a podcast and blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. It's fun to talk about. 'Cause people
Yeah.
are like,
Well, it's
really?
cool to talk to people that you knew for a long time and then you haven't seen for like 20 years. Like, kind of like high school reunions, only not really.
Every time I do the announcements for the show, somebody goes, I didn't know you were doing a show. And I've been doing it for
Yeah, I
years
know. It's
now,
funny.
you know. You want to talk anything more about that? You go.
About what, Domino's?
No, yeah, about the.
Well,
funeral
the guy,
thing.
the main guy that used to run all the stores that we all worked for,
Yeah.
he was actually there.
That's cool.
He actually offered to pay for everything, so that was nice.
Oh,
Because the guy that passed away was like very indigent and didn't have anybody
oh,
to
really?
take care of his stuff.
Aw.
Yeah. So I also learned that my ex-husband lived with that guy and another guy in Burlington a while ago. So I talked to that guy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. It's just, and Alan didn't show up, but
Small
that's
world.
Alan.
Yeah. One of your friends. One of the other men.
Yeah. talked about Lou, my old boss, and we just talked about a lot of things. Somebody
That's cool.
thought that I was the head guy, Dan. There was also a guy there that used to be president of Domino's.
Oh,
He
wow.
was our area supervisor at the time. So we
Right.
talked about all the people that we had in common.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Very neat.
I told him I remembered meeting him, like 30 years ago,
Right.
which I did. He kind of looked the same.
Well, you very much look the same too.
That's what I was told.
Yep.
So I showed him Emma's wedding dress pictures. And, Henry's baby didn't want to play with me.
Well, tell us about Emma.
Well,
You went for dresses.
I went to look. We went to look at wedding dresses, and we really. Sorry, I'm going to take these earrings off because they're too big. We went to look at wedding dresses, and we really just went. She wanted to try some on, but she really wanted to order one, like from one of those tailors that are online,
Right.
from Asia. They can
Right.
get this really, really nice dress for a little bit of money.
Yep.
And so it was a pretty nice place, and the lady was really nice, and she picked out a whole bunch of dresses for Emma to try, and she kept saying she really wanted something with sleeves.
Yeah.
And finally, the owner of the bridal boutique picked out something for Emma that was like nothing that she had tried on,
Right.
nothing that she really would have picked out herself, and she loved it. She
And
looked
it
like
looks just
she looked like Buttercup.
her dress looks just like
Looks like
Buttercup's
Buttercup.
dress. Gersh.
So pretty. I can't post it because it's a secret, but
Isn't that cool? Where'd Gersh go?
I'm here. I'm working
Okay,
on stuff. I'm
and,
producing. I'm pushing buttons and producing
Taking
stuff.
names.
he's doing his
And-
job. And sometime in March of 2023, we are going to Orlando, I think, to meet her fiance's parents because I've never met them.
Then I'm going to go have a beer
And then
with
we're going to
Gersh.
go hang out with Dersh. Yeah.
Heck
I
yeah!
don't even know until now, but we're going to
Yeah.
do it.
I don't know when, but it's sometime in March.
Hey, there's my sticker. I
Yeah.
haven't seen that in a long
Yeah.
time.
We
Hey,
have-
you can buy one of those for only $5.
and he'll sign it
I'll
if you
sign
want
it
him
if you
to.
want me
You won't
to.
be able to
Just
read it,
ask me.
but he'll sign it.
You can't copy my autograph there.
Right.
I can.
And go on eBay and just look up Louise and you'll see it. That's the only thing she sells.
That's the only thing I sell right now. Yeah.
We
I have an
need
Etsy
we need
store,
that
but,
more now than ever.
Yeah.
Be American
Yep.
and buying American right now.
More than ever.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Hey,
the
Chuck.
bumper stickers
Yes,
even
sir.
came from America, so there.
I just want to let you and Lisa know that anytime you come to Florida, the door is wide open. It may not be my door, but it'll be wide open.
Florida man. It'll be Florida man.
Who walk in Florida man's house and get killed?
You will around here.
People from North Carolina wander into a house and get shot. Great.
Yeah, my next door neighbor is a lot like you, Chuck, and I mean a lot
Does
like
he look
you.
like Sasquatch?
He'd shoot me.
No, he doesn't look like Chuck. He just acts and talks and thinks a lot like Chuck and me. But he has, let's say, his fair share of guns,
Yeah.
Okay.
and so I told him
Is he and yours?
we have a rotating poker game. He's playing poker with us now once a month, and
Yeah.
so he said because he lives right to the right of me. He says hey, when you come over, you can come over, start walking until you hear the first click, and, and then you need to stop and identify yourself.
That's funny.
That's very
At
good.
least he gave people a warning.
Yeah.
Has he got a sign that says that?
No, that's what he told us when we come over. He said, come on over, just keep walking till you hear the first click, and then you better
That's
stop
funny.
and identify yourself.
That's funny. All right, let's tell a story or two. We've got a lot of NASCAR news today.
Yeah.
A real lot.
Lots happen.
So
Rots and rots.
So we're going to spend a little time on that later. I want to tell the first story though. This one I told Lisa about it as soon as I read it. I just thought it was so sweet.
Yeah.
Son grows out his hair for over 2 years to create his wig for his mom, who lost her hair after radiation.
That's really
treatment.
sweet.
She gave me the hair in the first place. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So she's an Arizona mother assist. Her hair is permanently lost after heavy doses of radiation.
Aw.
And now she's put the picture of her on.
I'm
It's a
working on
beautiful
it.
wig. All right. Her name is Melanie Shaha, and she was first diagnosed with a tumor in her pituitary gland in 2003. At the time, the tumor was the size of a plum. Although benign, the doctors removed the tumor because it was growing rapidly and could affect the other bodily processes,
Right.
like hormone regulation and fertility. Women need those.
Usually.
When the tumor returned in 2006, the doctors removed it again. By the time it returned the third time in 2017, they elected to go a different route and shrink it through radiation. Initially, the doctor told her that she wouldn't lose her hair, but it fell out.
He
Anyway.
lied.
Liar! After about 3 months of radiation, all her hair fell out. Not having hair, stick out like a sore thumb, and while meeting people say things that break your heart. I don't mind being sick, but I mind looking sick. I'd rather blend in and not stand out in the store.
Yeah.
That's when her son Matt stepped in. During a family lunch one day, Matt, now 27, made an offhand joke. Why don't I grow out my hair to make a wig for you? Yes, his mother rhetorically. Though said in jest, the idea stuck, and soon Matt began planning to grow his hair to give to his mom. He couldn't begin the process immediately because he was still attending Brigham Young. And they'd have a little bit of grooming code there, don't you think? You have to look a certain way if that's cool. That's it. In 2022, more than two years after he began growing it out, Matt's hair finally reached 12 inches long, the minimum length for a wig. The family then contacted Compassionate Care in California, a company that creates wigs using donated hair. They made her hair into a wig. After a team of stylists adjusted the hair to suit her, with Melanie, Matt said they couldn't be any happier. I'd give you my hair if you needed it.
Yeah. You wouldn't want my hair. It's not very much.
If I didn't have any.
You can have it then.
The color is spectacular, and we had it cut and styled with a hairdresser. Matt said it looks great on me. It's a
That's
no-brainer.
cool.
She gave me hair in the first place.
But it confuses the
She looks
dogs.
so happy.
You know? I bet
Did
it
you find the picture at the bottom?
confuses their pets.
Dirsch.
What's up?
Did you put on the picture at the bottom with her smiling?
Was that her?
Yeah, that's her at the bottom.
Okay, I thought that was the person who wrote the article.
No, that's the lady who got. That's her hair that she got.
That's cool.
It's on now.
It's very nice. I thought that. I mean, I read that and I was like, oh, that's a sweet thing for a
Yeah.
son to do.
It's very sweet.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let me move to the next story. 22-year-old man found an abandoned baby in a
Florida
trash can in Haiti.
Oh, and Haiti.
And decides to become its father.
Aw.
I know. This Jimmy Amaciel was found the baby in the trash can and decided to adopt it. So he's merely waiting to receive the money for the adoption figure procedure, which if he's done a PayPal by now, I'm sure he's reached to that.
I mean, a GoFundMe.
Yeah, GoFundMe. That's it. Came home to anyway. He came in 2017 to visit his mom, Elsie, during a spring break from Texas State University, where he studied communications and electronic media. When I woke up one day, I had no idea my life was about to change forever. Since he was a teenager, he helped out at the orphanage next to his home, and on this trip, he brought back presents for the children. On his way to the orphanage, he came across a large group of people huddled around a trash can. Jimmy made his way to the front of the commotion. To his disbelief, there was a 4-month-old baby inside.
Damn.
No. People were crowded around the trash bin, and I heard them arguing about what to do with this tiny baby. Everybody was just staring at him. Not a single soul wanted to help. So Jimmy scooped up the baby and took him home to his mother, Elsie, who's 66. They washed, clothed, and fed him milk before taking him for medical help. The police launched an investigation to find the boy's parents, but they were never traced. With nowhere else to turn, the judge asked Jimmy if he'd like to become the legal guardian. He was already behind. He said, "I was already behind on my university fees, and my family has always struggled to make ends meet. But I didn't have a dad growing up, and this poor child was facing a lifetime of instability and uncertainty. Something inside was telling me that this happened for a reason, and so he took a leap of faith." So put up that picture of him with the 5-year-old.
Yeah,
He's now 5 years old. He did what he had to do. He said, I did what I had to do when nobody else wanted to. I'm so grateful for the past 4.5 years. His name is Emilio.
Yeah,
He wants to be a musician when he gets older.
that's cool.
He lives with mom,
Yeah,
his grandma,
yeah.
and he visits him often.
Cool.
And the kids at the orphanage love him, and I love him as if he were my own. Oh, a GoFundMe was set up,
Oh, that's good.
so there's a link there.
What, is he staying at the orphanage until he
No,
can get him?
he's living with grandma,
Oh,
and they live right next to the orphanage,
I got you.
so she still goes over with him.
I got you.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's fabulous. It's a great ending to that story, that's for sure.
Yep. Would you? This is not one of the 3 questions, but would you adopt the baby you found in the trash can, Lisa?
Sure.
Darce?
In circumstances like that, I would think so. Either that or make sure that it got to some good center where it could be adopted.
Yeah, I don't think I'd just give
I mean,
him back. I think
I
we'd
think-
make sure he went to a
Yeah,
good place.
definitely not. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's certainly in different circumstances than you or I are, Chuck.
Yeah,
That's
And
true.
for him to do that is
really
tremendous. Yeah, it really is.
I read a thing.
He's already in debt. He's going to college, and he did it anyway.
I read a
Stop
thing
that.
about this girl, and I forgot to save it.
Mhm.
But she's in, I think she's somewhere in Africa.
Right?
And she's only like 24,
Yeah.
and she takes care of 34 little kids.
Oh my.
Wow.
Wow.
Like she didn't adopt them all, but she just there's a bunch of orphans or whatever.
Oh wow.
And she takes care of 34 little kids, and basically that's all she does all day is like make their food and then like wash their clothes,
can only
and put them all to
imagine.
bed, and yeah.
That would
I'll
take
try
all day.
I'll try and find it for next week. She said she has a few people that help her, but otherwise they wouldn't have anybody to
How
feed.
many kids?
34.
Jeez, easy. That's a lot of children. You need a whole
And
school.
she's
to
only like, well, they have a whole bunch of bunk beds and stuff.
I bet.
And I think they probably sleep more than one kid in a bed
Wow.
because they're
that's
little.
amazing.
They're mostly
Yeah,
little.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I'll try and find it for next week.
That's something. Oh, did you do 3 questions by chance, Dirk?
I did.
You
but-
did. Cool.
Woo!
Okay.
Let me do one more story, then we'll get to that.
Okay.
All right.
Works for me.
Cool. I love this lobster thing. Remember we heard about those rare lobsters that come out in different colors?
Yeah.
We talked about it on one
Yeah.
other show.
Yeah.
1 in 30 million chance orange lobster was delivered to a restaurant and saved by the workers at the restaurant.
That's a better chance than winning the Mega Millions.
Let me tell you what his name is.
I don't
Trump.
see that story.
Because he's orange.
Second one I sent you. I'll send it again. There it is. All right. So,
What?
how cool is that? What was his name? All right. Let me tell you his name, and you tell me what restaurant it was in, Lisa.
Okay.
His name is Cheddar.
Oh, I know.
Cheddar?
Uh-huh. Think about the biscuits.
Red
Who's famous?
Lobster.
Exactly.
Is he dead lobster now?
Nope. They saved him. I'm going to paraphrase the story pretty much. They were struck by his unusual color and called experts for a second opinion.
Mm-hmm.
He arrived at Red Lobster in Hollywood, Florida,
Florida man.
Florida lobster.
Florida lobster.
It's always a Florida man.
But they noted this color. They called Ripley's Aquarium in Myrtle Beach, who sent 2 staff members to inspect the crustacean. Sure enough, a 1 in 30 million fine.
Nice.
So now it's in an aquarium.
Cool.
And it's going to live to an old lobster age.
That's awesome.
You know how big lobsters can get.
Big.
Yeah, and
That's
old
Denny
too.
Hamlin.
I was just going to say that. That's Denny Hamlin.
They could be very old too if they don't get trapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think Denny will kiss it?
Nah.
I don't think so.
No.
Nah.
No,
If he got his win back, you think Denny would kiss it?
I don't think so.
Chase
We're
said
gonna
he
talk
could
about
keep
that
the trophy,
shortly.
though.
We're going to talk about that shortly.
Yeah.
We've got so much amazing NASCAR news to cover. It's just crazy.
We only got half an hour.
It was a historic race, let's put it that way. Food expiration dates aren't based on science.
No kidding.
Who do you think determines expiration dates?
The people
Darsh?
that sell the food was my guess.
And if you were making the food, would you, and you were doing a best if used date, would you make it shorter so that somebody had to throw it out and get more?
Of course you would.
I would.
You know what? I've never thrown out like a can of something if it said Best Buy.
I always open it up.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. People have eaten cans of stuff from like 100 years ago.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
like milk is different. you
Yeah,
know?
milk is one thing, but like canned stuff,
Meat, maybe not.
So-
yeah.
beware. I'm not going to go through the whole article, but it's based on whatever the manufacturer decides it's on.
Yeah.
It's not based on science. It's not based on when it's actually going to go bad.
Like beer. How come beer is good exactly for a year?
exactly.
Exactly.
But
one
if you
year.
open it 3 years later, it's still good.
Exactly a year. Like how coincidental is that?
It depends on
It's
how it's
perfect.
packaged. The reason why canned goods won't go bad is because they're vacuum sealed. There's no oxygen in there. So
Right.
oxygen,
Right.
so oxygen. But if you have a beer has some oxygen in the top of it, so it may
Right.
eventually make the beer go bad. Same thing with wine.
Right,
You-
but I'm just saying, a year, that's just
Well, if it's
coincidental.
stored well, though, like
Yeah.
wine can last forever. You know?
Right,
Yeah,
but
it
the most
goes, it goes
wineries,
sour sometimes. Yeah.
well, most good wines are also vacuum sealed. They take the air out
Right.
before they, which is why it's so hard, like to pop a champagne bottle because it's a.
Right.
Right.
Well, they've got the back pressure from the bubbles.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know why you would ever throw away a can of something because there's.
Unless it was
Yeah, I don't
unless
know.
it was leaking or something.
Yeah, I mean, if it's leaking or if it got dented in a certain way, then you might have some oxygen. And that's the only way it's really going to go bad.
Yeah.
So, of course, you always want to check before you eat anything. Use your smell,
But-
use
Well,
all that.
I think they taught kids that in school though, because my kids are weird about that. Like, oh, this is expired, we can't eat it.
I'm sure they
Like,
taught
I didn't
kids
teach-
all sorts of things.
I didn't
that we
teach
don't
them
agree
that.
with.
I didn't teach them they can't eat expired food.
Yeah.
That's just crazy talk.
In 2020, it's a lot higher than that now, households spent 12% of their income on food. I would say closer to 25 now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be throwing anything out right now.
No. Right now, it's big. That's why I wanted to mention this article and not pass it up.
Right.
Because food is really expensive now. So if you've got a can of something that's expired or just expired or even expired
throw it
6
away.
months ago,
Just eat it.
either open it and eat it or hold on to it for a while because it's not,
There's nothing wrong with
it's
it.
arbitrary, is what I'm trying to say.
Sure is.
People need to know this. Too many people are just so easily,
Yeah. It's not,
swayed.
I mean, unless it's like raw meat.
Hi, Spirit Heart, or should I say
Yeah.
Arizona Lady. I know you.
Yeah.
Welcome.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, especially in this time when foods are just stupid expensive, and like steak and meat.
Yeah.
when a steak gets darker,
Well, you
it's-
know what?
when it gets that glaze,
You know what?
you go too far.
You
But
know what?
aged beef. is a
Yeah, I
beautiful
don't
thing.
agree with Chuck on that, but
Oh, I love it that way.
yeah, I know. I really don't. But
Yeah.
it's like also a fine line between
There is.
like an avocado. Up, it's not ripe yet. Up, too late.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
And
meat,
avocados
meat is-
especially.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Meat is kind of like that if you wait too long, and I
Yeah.
don't like to wait that long.
If you start getting a glaze on it, then that shining, shimmery stuff, then you're.
Well,
it's
you can.
fine.
It smells then anyway.
It smells too. Yeah. I'm going to save the rest of those stories because Dershie's got 3 questions for us, and then we're going to get into some racing stuff. Thank you for all who are joining us, by the way. I'm noticing we got some folks watching.
All right, you ready for 3 questions?
Fire away, brother. Where's your introduction? I love that thing.
Here it
Number
comes.
1, who am I? Number 2, where am I? That is, what is this place that's called physicality? What am I? Where am I? What is this? Number 3, why am I where I am? Why am I?
The last one. What the hell's going on?
Oh, yeah. That's a constant thing around here. Anyway, so here we go. 3 non-political questions for our fun show.
You need intro music.
On our Thursday night special, which is...
Yeah.
All right, question number 1. If I can get back down to where I wrote it. There it is. Okay, so name something that is not harmful or bad for you that you're addicted to.
Mine is easy. First of all, you guys that are watching, please go ahead and throw in your choices because usually folks play along. It's interactive.
Not harmful or bad for you.
Right. So I mean, it's not going to kill you like drugs, or it's not, stuff like that. So it's something that's fine. You can use it without worrying about being harmed physically, or do something. It doesn't even have to be food. It could be doing something that's not
I am
addictive.
very addicted to coffee, but it's not harmful for me.
No.
So that's my choice, obviously.
You can even stick
I
it up
talk
your
ab-
butt, apparently.
No, thank you.
Well, they have coffee enemas.
I'll pass.
I'll prefer taking it in the normal way. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just
I don't
saying.
want to consume it. I don't want to.
I'm just
No.
saying.
It doesn't have to be food either. It could be anything.
Right.
What do you think?
Music.
Yeah, that's you.
It's not bad for you unless you listen to it really, really, really,
Well,
really
if you're
loud.
listening to
Andra
rap,
sa-
it
Andra
is.
says sweet tea. That's cool. Daryl, what's yours? Arizona lady, what's yours? Dersh, what's yours?
Yeah, mine. You guys probably could guess if you thought about it for a second, but
Coffee.
I'm
Diecasts.
I'm not addicted to coffee or even beer or wine. I mean, I can
Model
drink it, I can
cars.
not drink it. I like it. Yeah, collecting cars. That is probably would be a very good choice for me because I just love collecting those cars. But the one thing that I do, and I do constantly every day, is fantasy sports.
Oh, right.
Because I do research and I play fantasy, NASCAR, baseball, soccer, so on and so forth. And I'm always researching and always doing stuff. So to me, that is my biggest addiction because if I'm not doing that, I'm not happy. And I just love
It'll
doing
only
it. So
really be harmful if you were like betting on it and losing a lot of money or something.
Yeah.
that it would be harmful, correct? But I don't
Yeah.
do that. But I mean, I just love playing the fantasy sports,
That's cool.
and I think that would be it. So,
That's cool. That makes
Lisa,
sense.
what did you say? What did you say, Lisa?
What did I say? Music.
Music.
Music, right? Okay.
Yeah, my music, not all music.
She listens
Right.
to so much music.
I was gonna say if you listen to rap, that's definitely harmful for you.
Rap is crap.
Well, the radio in my car is also broken right now, so
Yeah.
I'm sad. I have to listen to it on my phone.
You know what's interesting about rap? Yeah, rap like scissors always loses to rock.
Mark Martin likes it though.
All right,
All right.
second question, buddy.
Question 2. What is the greatest non-military, so either commercial or industrial, creation in American history? And I'll give you mine, so that way you get an idea of what I'm looking for.
Okay.
I got mine.
Mine is the Henry Ford's assembly line, because
Yeah.
that
Yep,
changed
yep.
everything in the Industrial
He
Revolution.
actually stole that from a French manufacturer. Did you know that?
Oh,
Oh, also, did you know that Henry Ford got all of his paint from Japan?
I did because you told me that yesterday.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. So that, to me, that won the Industrial Revolution. It really changed everything.
Right.
As far as our country's expansion can go. There's a lot of
I
things
agree
you
with
could put in there, but I think to me that was one of the biggest.
And do you know who he beat in that process of putting out the Model T?
Edison.
He put electric cars out of
Business.
Well, they were going to
Yep.
collaborate, but then they didn't.
Right. Yeah, he was going to collaborate to make an electric car, but then that deal fell through, so he went with the gas powered.
All right,
Well,
so
I don't
now you know what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I don't know if
that's
it's
cool.
the
What's yours?
greatest. I don't know if I have.
Well, it's
the
just your
greatest.
opinion, so it may.
My opinion
Yeah.
was made by a guy named Carrier.
Air
Air
conditioner.
conditioning.
That's pretty awesome,
To
actually.
me, I mean,
Because
can
people
you imagine
wouldn't-
life now
people
without
wouldn't-
air conditioning?
people would
Yeah.
live in,
Summers.
people would live in the South if there
No,
was no air conditioning.
that's why.
Yeah, they were right. We'd all be living in Buffalo again.
No.
We'd-
My friend
we'd
has a
be lo-
theory that that's why old people live longer because they're like preserved by the air conditioner.
Yeah, I believe that.
No, seriously. I mean, the air conditioning is one of the biggest things that causes the migration to the south.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yep, it is.
And frankly, it makes life a lot nicer, doesn't it?
Yeah, you think?
I thank Mr. Carrier every day for that gift.
Good
What's
one.
yours?
That's a good one,
I'm
Lisa.
just checking something real
Thanks.
quick. Hold on.
That was me.
Good one. I like that one.
Okay, so this wasn't specifically American, but it was mostly American.
But
The World Wide Web.
that was created by our military.
Listen, yeah, but
It was actually created originally by
universities.
universities, right? And then,
Yeah.
Right.
then
And
funded
then the
by
military
the military.
used
right.
it.
Right.
They funded it
The
to
one
expand it.
Yeah.
The one we use is the military version.
You know what it
But
was?
not-
You know how it was originally created? Researchers on the East Coast wanted to share information and pictures with people, other researchers on the West Coast. And so the original
Right.
connection was designed as the RLE connection to actually share a picture of something that one researcher was doing with another one on the other side of the coast. And that's how it got started.
But if you think about it, like all the parts of the internet, like were Americans mostly.
Yep.
Um,
By the way, Audra agrees with you. There's Ford cars.
well, I was gonna say that they said it
Oh,
first.
you can say it.
No, but I think the internet. I mean, it was mostly
Oh, it's a
Americans with help from others.
Well, you know
It has
that
it's a great thing and a bad thing all at the same time.
another very similar thing to that, Lisa, which was the one I thought about too, is the interstate highway. Same-
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
That's brilliant.
Eisenhower did a very good thing in that.
Yeah, I mean the interstate highway allows you to connect. Again, people quickly get from one side of the country to the other side of the country.
Right, and also just allow people to live out in the middle of boo-foo nowhere.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Good question.
Is that number 3?
No, that was number 2. Number 3.
Okay, go.
Number 3. If you're or the commissioner or the director of any sport other than NASCAR, could be professional, could be amateur, college, whatever. If you were the
Right.
commissioner of any sport, what would be the very first thing you'd change or do? Could be any single sport, professional, amateur,
All right, I got one.
Go ahead.
I think if I was in charge of soccer,
Yeah.
I would somehow get rid of penalty kicks because I hate those. Like, I mean, to win the game. Like,
Right.
I don't know a better way, but that's ridiculous.
Right.
Well,
And I hate it.
you know, there used to be the golden goal too, which saved a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
penalty
true.
kicks because
Yeah,
it,
but I don't
overtime.
like that either.
Wait till you.
I don't
wait
know.
till someone wins.
Play till someone wins or dies.
You can't. It's just. I mean, soccer games when they get into the 120th minute,
Yeah.
they're
I don't know.
already so exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. But I hate it.
Mine is simple. I don't really care what league, and I have one simple thing that I would say to them that I would say to singers and actors and everything else. Just do what you're supposed to do. Sing, act, be in a sport, do what you want. Keep the politics out.
What if
'cause
it's what if
gonna
that's
piss
part of your
somebody off.
personality?
It's gonna get. It's got. Just play ball. Whatever it is, play shuttlecock. I don't
Oh,
know what
I
it
got
is.
the idea on the soccer thing.
What's that?
So every time there's an overtime,
Yeah.
you have to take people off the field.
There you go.
They do that. They do that in hockey.
There,
Nurse, you
oh, I
said
didn't know
yours?
that. So
Yeah,
there you go.
hockey overtime is 3-on-3 instead of 5-on-5.
There you go. Well,
See,
there's
that's
my
interesting.
there's my idea right
Yeah.
there.
Well,
What's
mine
yours?
goes along with you, Lisa, because the one thing I can't stand, and I'm telling you, it's the one thing that's keeping soccer from being a major sport in the United States is the offsides call.
Because that's because people don't understand.
They
it.
don't understand it. I understand it, and I don't have a problem with it. But I'm just telling you, if I was commissioner,
Yeah.
I would change and get rid of
Well, you know what?
the offsides
They
call.
ought to make it like hockey and make a 2-line foul.
Or
If you kick it across 2 lines and nobody's there,
or
foul.
or they could make the imaginary lines on while you're watching TV, so
Yeah.
you would know if somebody was going to be outside or not.
Yeah, that would help.
Maybe.
I
So
just
that
think
people-
there's not enough goals.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why we're not. That's why soccer's not very popular in the United States
Yeah.
because
That's
I
true.
agree.
it's
All
just
right,
not.
we gotta get to NASCAR, guys. We only got 15
I
minutes.
told you.
Lisa, you wrote an article on Pocono. Durst, please put it on the screen, and
I did?
Lisa, you take it.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Well, so we're sitting there after the race, and I went, "Holy shit!" And you're like, "What?" And I'm like, "So the number 1 and the number 2 car just got disqualified." You're like, "Nuh-uh."
No way.
Yeah, and
That
I was like,
never
"No
happened."
way." And you're like, what happened? So they took the cars they took 4 cars. They took the number 1, number 2, and then they took like 2 random
2
cars.
other top 10.
Yeah, but they're like at random.
Yeah.
So they took Michael McDowell's car also, and they took Ricky Stenhouse's
Right.
car. So it turns out that the number 1 and the number 2 car, who are owned by the same team,
You're good.
had pieces of tape on their front fascia. Then they tried to hide it by covering it up with the wrap of the car.
Right, and you couldn't tell unless
Right.
you took the
So they
wrap off.
took the wrap off and they found it, and they both had the exact same things on 2 sides of the car, not just on one side, on 2 sides of the car. So they are DQ'd. Like they don't get any points. They didn't have to pay a fine,
Right.
Get
but they don't
sent
get
to the
any
back.
points.
They
Get sent
lost
to the back.
so much.
Sent to the back. It's like they were saying last night. It's like they never even existed.
Exactly.
Um,
They don't get any points for the race.
What stinks is
But
neither do we, the fantasy
Right.
people
Oh,
who had them on our team.
our league,
They should
we
just
got
throw.
we have
They
the
are
worst
not.
week in fantasy.
They are not even
ever
making.
had.
Did you know they're not even making die casts for this week?
Why
Like,
would
the
they?
whole week, the whole weekend, none of it. They're not even making any.
So after this happened, Michael McDowell got a 100,000 point fine.
Oh yeah, one of the other
$100,000
cars
fine
also
and a
had
100-point fine.
crap on his car too. And if he wins a playoff race or gets into the playoffs,
Yeah, Michael
he
McDowell.
gets more points taken
Yeah,
away.
he gets 10 more
Dude,
points taken off.
they all
If he
cheat.
wins the playoffs.
It's
And
just
Denny
whether or not
says
they
he'd
get
rather
caught.
have Michael McDowell's penalty than his penalty.
I don't
Of
know
course he
about
would.
that.
Yeah.
It's just money. I mean, you're talking. He lost so
He's
many
not
points.
even paying it.
And their
Joe Gibbs is
sponsors
paying
are
it.
completely embarrassed for the race and everything else.
And it was the M&M's race,
It's the-
and the M&M's car got DQ'd.
Right. It's the first time since 1960 this
Since
has
Chuck
happened.
was born.
It's before I was born.
Yeah.
And that's a long time. So that made Chase Elliott the winner. And Chase really doesn't want anything to do with it.
No, Chase said Denny could keep the trophy
Right. And
He doesn't want
he
it.
says he doesn't feel like he won the race because he wasn't the fastest.
because his car wasn't that good. Yeah.
I
But he
disagree
was
with
very
him, though.
mature about it.
Yeah,
he was
he was.
very
It's
mature
fine.
about it.
That's fine. I mean, that's cool. What he said was cool, but he was the fastest car that wasn't cheating.
Right.
That we know of.
Yeah, but he just, he's got this high standard.
Well, then some people are like, oh, well, they should look at his car now. I'm like, really? You think anything's going to be on it now?
Right.
No.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, and
yeah,
the reason they did it is because of aerodynamics.
Right.
Just that little piece of tape on each corner of the car helps the air get over the car better.
Right. And they knew it.
And they do it.
And they're not the first people that cheated. They're just the first ones that got caught this
Well, that's
year.
how it always works.
Right.
Is it's not.
Well,
Everybody cheats. It's just a matter
And
of
you
getting
know that
caught.
they know about it because they are not contesting it.
Right.
Although Michael McDowell is contesting
He
his.
should.
I don't know what was. They didn't say
I don't
what
know what
piece
it
was
was.
wrong with his car.
Right. I don't know that.
It
that's
wasn't
the
something
proper call.
added. It wasn't something added to his car. It was a part that was changed.
yeah, but this is not new. I mean, they've been cheating forever.
Oh God. Yes.
You know,
Right.
even
But they
back in the
said-
day of NASCAR, they used to do things like, put 12-foot of fuel line hose into
Right.
into their cars so they could put several extra gallons of fuel to go farther.
My
But
favorite.
they did say at the beginning of the year, this year, these are all the same car.
Yeah.
Do not
Do not
mess with it. There will be a humongous fine
And they
if
did.
you do. And we are not kidding.
And they weren't kidding.
And they weren't kidding.
My favorite one that anybody ever did was Darrell Waltrip. They put a whole bunch of ball bearings up in the hoop
Yeah?
roll cage.
Yeah. Well, then they would let him out
so
or
that
what?
it made
It was
weight.
weight,
Yeah.
right?
And then during the race, he'd pull a lever, and all the ball bearings fell out all over the track.
Right. They would
And
do
this
all
car
kind of
was
stuff
so
like
much
that.
Faster.
Oh, yeah.
They
all
do
kinds
stuff
of
like
stuff.
put metal in the back of the trunk, and the same thing, have a trap door. So
Yep.
once they got through, they just drop it out, and their car
Yeah.
would be lighter.
Remember
I
that
mean,
thing that fell out of somebody's muffler one time or something?
Fell out of their car
Yeah.
right at the beginning of the race. It was these heavy weights.
Yep.
They got fined for that one.
That always reminds me of Pinewood Derby.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
they're like your car needs to make weight, and I was always the one that had to help my kids with it, and like not their dad because he was busy. So I
Yeah.
was like, no, the car's fine. They're like, no, the car has to make weight. I'm like, no, the car's fine. They're like, tape a freaking quarter to the car and like make it heavier.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So then I did that, and then my kid won.
Exactly. That's all you gotta do. And you
That's
put
funny.
it on the bottom so that
Put it on the bottom. It's flat. Yeah, you put it on with duct tape.
Yep. Actually helps it with speed.
I did not know that.
Yep. Well, you do.
I do now,
Gravity, centrifugal.
honey.
All those
It's like-
forces.
I had 3 little kids yanking on me all the time. I was just like, just run the
Like-
stupid car. I don't care.
bobsledders used to put weights in the nose of the bobsled, make it a little heavier, go down the hill
Right.
faster.
Right.
Audra says they got busted big time.
Yes, they
Joe
did.
Gibbs Racing got busted.
And they
the
admitted
biggest
it
way
too.
you can do.
And they admitted it.
It was amazing. It's been the biggest story all week for very good reason.
Durst, did you see that video of Denny Hamlin like eating dinner with the trophy and the champagne?
No.
It's funny. It's on Twitter. He was like all sad, and he was like sitting there, and here's the trophy, and he opens up the champagne, and he like drinks a little bit out of it. But somebody noticed that on the trophy there's an eagle, and in the eagle's mouth there's a piece of clear tape. That's so funny. You should. If I find it, I'll send it to you.
That's fun.
And then he said he was going to go on eBay and sell the trophy.
So you guys got anything more you want to talk about this historic event?
About that one?
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean also Michael
It was
McDowell.
fun.
He's contesting his though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michael McDonald.
Yeah,
It was a
I mean,
great race.
okay.
It
You
was
know how
a
many
fun
points
race,
I ended
man.
up?
I love
No,
that.
honey, I ended up with 69 points. That's like if I didn't even pick my drivers, I would have got 69
That
points.
guy got
That guy that
The-
quit,
The
the guy
dead
that
got
quit
more
gets
points.
60 that many
No,
points.
he's not dead. We just call him the dead guy. 'Cause we did have a dead guy one
We
year.
did.
I love it. I went to bed that night pissed off because I was in last place, 7th
Ah.
place, almost 80 points out, and then I heard about the DQ the next day and looked it up, and I was in third place, only 16 points out. So
I was in last place.
that worked out for me
All my
really
drivers
well.
away.
I got a grand total of 101 points.
69
At one
points.
point in that race, I had 245.
I should have just played drivers that like didn't even exist.
You'd have been better.
Right?
It was something
That's
else.
funny. Hey, I do want to salute Ty Gibbs, though. I mean, come on, the dude.
Oh,
had
he's
a-
driving again this week, by the way. Did
Yeah,
you
he
know
had a-
that,
gonna
Dirk?
mention that.
Well, sure. It's going to be a while before
Yeah, yeah. If he even
Bush
comes
gets
back.
out of concussion. I'm sure he'll
If
be
he
back
comes
for the
back.
playoffs.
Well, you know, there's a couple famous players in like baseball that were the ones that got hurt, got benched,
Yeah,
and people like Babe Ruth or Ty Cobb or others
played
have
for him.
come off the bench and never sat down again.
Well, like when Junior couldn't race and Jeff Gordon raced for him.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yep.
Ty Gibbs
in
needs
this-
to be in the Cup Series
Ty Gibbs in
soon.
his
Yeah.
inaugural race finished.
Well, it
15th,
was
then he ended up
18th.
being
No, it was
12th.
18th. No,
Oh,
it was
18th
18th, and it was
15th.
16th.
Yeah,
He only
six-
DQ'd 2 people.
Michael McDowell did.
No, he doesn't get a
something like
DQ. He
No,
just
he
gets
just got
points
fined and
taken away
points.
and money. He
But
still
you know,
gets his whatever.
the thing that's this is what disgusts me, because if you listen to us, you know, you've heard us talk about NASCAR. I am a Woods Brothers fan, have been my entire life. That's the only car I've ever really followed. And I'm sorry, but Harrison Burton just didn't get the job done. The guy is just,
Right.
he's terrible. He gets up front, the crew chief puts him up front, and within 10 laps, he's in the back
Yeah,
again.
he's not ready yet.
But
He is
Uh,
ready.
Blaney,
He's not ready.
Oh, who?
No, Harrison
Blaney-
Burton
Oh,
is
Harrison
not ready.
Harrison Burton. Blaney wrecked and finished higher than Harrison Burton, and Ty Gibbs just drove right past him. I mean, and, you know,
Right.
it's just disgusting. I'm sorry, but
I've been talking.
And the other funny part is that the Denny Hamlin, the number 1 guy that got DQ'd,
Yeah.
wrecked Ross Chastain, and then now Ross Chastain actually finished higher than he did.
I saw that meme that Chastain
I
said,
had to
I
send
still
it.
finished
I
in
had
front of you.
to- Yeah, I had to send
Oh, I
Oh,
bet he had a smile on his face that night when he heard that.
And while we're
Oh, you
talking
know he
about
did.
NASCAR,
Yeah.
and while we're talking about Domino's, well, it's not really about Domino's, but what's his name? Scott Riggs?
Yeah.
Scott Riggs used to be a racer,
Yep, he was
in
a
Cup.
NASCAR driver.
and he
for a
lives
long
near
time.
us. He lives
Yep.
like 20 miles away or something like that. So he has a kid, Lane Riggs, who is really, really good at, what is that, the late model?
Late models.
Advanced Auto Parts, something late models. He's won like all the races this year. And he's only what, like 19 or
19.
20. So he's been trying to get into a truck
Right.
since he was 16 years old. Because when he was 12, he
Oh,
was like
we saw him when he was,
was
13.
he was 12. He was 12. He was
He was winning
he
that.
was great. Yeah, and great little driver, but he kind of like not really stalled out. I mean, he's only like 19 or 20. It's not like he's ready
He
to
did
retire.
stall out for a couple of years.
he's trying-
He's on a very
But
quick
this
pace,
year he's
but
having
then
a
sort
killer
of-
year. He's winning like all the races.
Right.
He gets to be in a truck this weekend.
That's so cool. He's gonna be.
He's so
he's
excited.
gonna be in Stuart Friesen's wife's truck.
The 62.
Yeah.
He's so excited. So root for the 62 this weekend.
Pretty
'cause
cool.
That's pretty cool. He's a local boy.
Ty, I've been talking about Ty Gibbs since he was, well, really in go-karts.
Yeah, whatever.
He started winning then, and he kept winning in every series he got up, and now he's all the way going into Cup, and that for 15th is a lot of maturity.
16.
I mean,
16th.
16th is a lot of maturity. For
Hey, you
a
know
kid
what?
That age.
You know when Kyle Busch retires?
Yeah,
You know who I'm not gonna like? Ty Gibbs.
of course. I don't know why though.
Because he's a little jerk face.
They're all little jerk.
But he was
faces
like,
at
remember
18
that
years
time?
old.
He goes, I didn't wreck him on purpose. If I wrecked him on purpose, he would have known it.
Well,
I'm
that's
like,
all
you're like
drivers
12. Shut up, you
Say.
little
That's what all
twerp.
drivers say though. They're competitive as hell.
Yeah, I know, but he looks like he has a smackable face.
Too funny.
I have to not like somebody,
Well,
right?
when-
Right,
when-
Nurse?
Yeah, I got a lot of people who could fill that spot before Ty Gibbs, but
Well, I'm signing up for Ty Gibbs, so you can't
Alright.
have him.
I just when Kyle Busch retires, I'm gonna root against him when he's playing the game box or racing in a Xbox or something.
What about his kid? No,
I'll
I
still
guess
be-
we can't be mean.
I'll still
Oh,
be rooting against him.
there's a race at Bowman Gray this Saturday. We should go.
Love that try. Let's see if we've covered all we're going to cover on that topic. Let me cover some other stuff. Camping World is ending its Truck Series sponsorship. The one prior to them was Craftsman Series.
And they're saying Craftsman
and
may
the
come
rumor
back.
is Craftsman may come back as the sponsor again, which is cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're
What-
an independent company from Sears, of course.
Yeah,
so
they're not Sears anymore.
No.
they're owned by a bunch of.
So do you think SRX is going to come back?
I sure hope so.
I hope so too.
The SRX series
Somebody
is
said-
so much fun.
Somebody said they should run a winter league. Like when
that'd
NASCAR's
be
off
cool,
for the
too.
winter.
Yeah, they should run all the time.
No, like when NASCAR's off for the winter, they
Right.
should run. Like go
Great
to Florida
series.
and stuff.
It's a great series. Yep. So let's see.
2 minutes.
This weekend, dude, awesome race.
What? Oh, I know.
What, Indy?
Yeah.
Indy.
Do you think they should keep doing the road track though, or do you think they should put it back?
Is it going to be the road track
It's
again?
it's the road track.
I don't
again,
like the
I
road
think.
track.
I think it's the road track.
I prefer the big
Remember
the
when
big
they
one,
used to do one of
big
each?
series.
Yeah, aren't they doing a
Yeah.
triple header again? The Xfinity Cup Series and the Indy cars.
I think
Yeah, I
so
think so.
because
Yeah.
remember they're talking about the one guy that is it the Ganassi guy? Oh yeah, that he's mad at, and Palou, and Kyle Larson said he would do his car if he wanted him to.
Right. Yep. Yep. Congratulations to Daniel and Kenzie Hemrick. They're expecting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
expecting
Nice.
what?
A baby.
Oh, cool.
Eric Jones is very close to getting a multi-year deal with the 43 car.
He's not
if
having
they
a-
don't,
he's
they're
not having a baby.
insane.
He's not having a baby.
Yeah, if they let
Oh.
him go, they're nuts, man. That
And
They
no
gotta-
comment on this, but Bubba Wallace is also getting re-signed.
Yeah,
So-
well, they're competing.
Yeah.
Petty is better than they have been in a long,
Yeah.
long time.
long time. And even the 42 car, what's his name? Dylan.
Ty Dillon?
Ty Dillon.
He's out of here.
But he's not coming back after this year,
Right.
so it'll be interesting who gets that seat.
He says he's going to win cup championships, though.
Eric.
No, Ty Dillon says that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
not probable. He's not that talented.
No, he's not. He doesn't even
He
have
likes-
a TV show like his brother.
He can wreck people pretty well, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
by the
I
way,
feel that.
don't watch that Austin Dillon TV show.
Oh, that
unless you
show is
wanna-
unwatchable.
Unless
It's
you
so
want to,
bad.
unless you want to
Darcy.
lose, unless you want to
you
lose
already
like
did.
72
Dang, I was
brain
about to tell you
cells.
to post the link for the right
And
side
he
of
did.
politics, and he did
And
already.
he did.
If you guys click on that link, you will be at the next show where we will arrive in 20 minutes, in half an hour.
But not me.
Nope, Lisa will not. It's just me and Dersh. It's all politics, and it's a lot of fun. And we hit it as hard as we hit it on the timeline, so you know how hard that is.
I can hear you in the house,
Oh, yeah.
and I laugh.
I get into Laugh at me anyway. I thought we'd go over tonight, but I'm really pleased to say that we fit everything in.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
Because I was 5 minutes late.
That must be it. Thank you for joining us. You guys got anything you want to add?
Shut up, Chuck!
Thank you. Dersh?
Chuck!
What?
You can get on my lawn if you want to. I'm all right with it.
Aw, that's
Aw,
very
he's
nice.
Very sweet, but do it the right way.
I bet your lawn's dead, isn't it?
A lot of it is. We actually had to replace a lot of it.
Well, we have no lawn in the back of our house because we had to get a new septic tank.
Hey, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
Keep your chickens off my lawn!
There you go. There you go. Hey, everybody that joined us tonight, thank you so much. I hope you had a good time. We do this for fun.
Thank you.
Give us a thumbs up, if you will. And also subscribe to us if you don't already.
Yes, please. And tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
And tell them they can listen to us other times.
Yeah.
If they would like to.
Yeah.
If they're bored.
Tell your
We've
fiends.
done lots of shows, so if you want to hear some back shows, go for it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great night. Join us
Bye,
next.
Darsh.
Join us next week, 7:00
On Tuesday.
Eastern time. On
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It'll be next
Not on
month.
Thursdays.
It'll be August already.
Next month? Wow. Man, that's a
month.
long time.
I know, right?
And see you in 25 minutes. Good night.
Bye.
Good night. Bye, Lisa. Love you.
Bye. Love you.